And today we have the pleasure of hosting one person who we might all call a hero. He rode all the way from Sweden to Kenya in his superbike, taking 2 months on the road. It was a challenging journey. He has a lot of stories to tell from country to country to country, and eventually in Kenya. He was received by the Bikers Association of Kenya in Thika yesterday. Hundreds and hundreds of bikers went to meet him when he arrived here, and today we have him here. He's going to tell us more about the journey, what it took, and what it feels to really take that ride. Mr. Ali Said in the building. My brother, how are you?
Good, good.
You good?
Yourself?
Thank you so much. You are a hero, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You are a hero.
Yeah,
Please
I really appreciate it.
How was it? What came into your mind? Why did you decide to do that?
Well, it has been a passion for me, riding motorcycles since I was 12 years old. So, and I've been chasing my dreams day by day. Whenever I see a bike out there, like I just go out and want to ride or want to do something about bikes. And well, I've done a couple of multinational bike trips. I've done like a lot of Nairobi to Cape Town solo rides.
Nairobi to Cape Town? A
lot of times, like three times.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done like from Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, Zambia, Botswana, Namibia, all the way down to Cape Town. From Cape Town, South Africa, then I go all the way to Namibia, which is my favorite place. I go to Swakopmund, I go all the way to Capriv, near Angola. So I've done this couple of trips, couple of times. I've been traveling for more than 12 years, but it's just that I haven't been putting it out there. But this time, when I was chasing my dream and I'm like, okay, now I'm done in like a lot of African countries and stuff, so I want to expand more and I want to do maybe more,
Yeah. And this is the first time that you are actually going, because you're telling me you went to, to Cape Town to Namibia.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
They don't know that because I was on a low-key, like I was just doing it for, for my own sake, my own fun and stuff, because I love South African countries, like I love traveling on a bike. So, yeah, like I've not been posting anything. I have all the, the content and stuff, but I've never been putting it out there on the social media.
So what made you, at this particular point in time, what made you go public about your Sweden ride to Kenya?
I mean, for me, I wanted the main attraction on this thing because I particularly I do like tourism. I have a tour company called Pop-Print Adventures Limited, which is based in Nairobi. That I do a lot of international tourists and local tourists. When they come, we do all the logistics, the transportation, make sure all the tourists are safe when they're in the country, take them to the most beautiful destinations in Kenya or in general in East Africa. So for me, it's just been, traveling, and I wanted to put Kenya out there.
Yes.
Like, I traveled with our flag. Yeah, I took our flag, our Kenyan flag, and I made sure like each and every country that I pass, I have to take our flag up there to show.
So were you in Sweden already? Did you ride to Sweden? What happened? Were you in Sweden already?
So before I went to Sweden, I did a Europe trip, which my friend invited me in Spain, in Madrid. So I met him there. Then he gave me one of his motorbike to just go ride with him, to have fun. So
Spain from where to where?
So first of all, that was the first. I got my Schengen visa, multiple. I flew in Spain. From Spain, we did that trip. Then it didn't went well. I got an accident. I fractured my collarbone. You can see.
Wow.
The whole, yeah. So this happened in Alicante, in south of Sweden, south of Spain, in Madrid.
When was that?
This was 3 months ago.
This year?
Yeah. 3 months ago. Yeah. So after we came from Spain, so I was rushed to the hospital. I went to Madrid. After that, I did the surgery. After surgery, I went to Sweden with my, I had a sling on me. I got there, beautiful family, took me in, their friends. So we were just going around, take me around with the cars because I could not ride anymore, I could not do anything. So while we were going around, I just told one of the girls, my friends, I told her like I want to go to a KTM shop just to see the motorbikes because I'm interested in purchasing motorbike. Yes. So it was just like a joke. So I got, she took me to one of the very big motorcycle shop in Sweden, in Malmö. Went there, I saw the bike I loved, and I spoke to the manager, the sales manager. We had a kind of deal with him because he told me, okay, I'm going to give you.
How do you have a deal? This is Sweden, my brother. You just got to Sweden.
So I got there because they know someone. Because me being Kenya or Africa, of course they have the trust issue. They don't know you and stuff. They're a bit reserved. So the girl took me there. The father bought a BMW. So there was that connection with them.
Yes, because now they know that family.
They know that family, yes. So there was a bit of that. So I asked them, can you give me an ex-VAT? Because that's in Europe, they don't do anything ex-VAT. I told them it's for export. You give me ex-VAT, if it's a good deal, I'm taking the bike.
Yes.
So and the guy was so easy. That was
how much is that? The bike that I just saw the way. Would you mind telling us before we go to the driving, to the riding part? How much is that bike?
It's quite expensive.
It's quite expensive. That's what you're saying. A lot of people say it was more than a car, more than
it is. But for now, I'll just
please describe the bike to bike lovers. Describe it.
Most of the bike lovers in the world, they recognize that bike. It's one of the best motorcycle in the world. It's top 5 on the table. It used to be number 1, so it goes like sometime number 1 to 3, like it goes back and forth like that. It's one of the top range adventure motorcycle in the world. It's a KTM 1290 Adventure, which is 1,300 cc.
Yeah.
It has 160 horsepower. It has 5 riding modes, which so it has a sports mode. It has street mode, it has rain mode, so when it rains you just adjust and it adjusts everything according to rain. So you cannot throttle the bike. So it adjusts, it locks everything. So there's no more power, no speed.
Yes.
So it locks everything. Then there's off-road, which is, that bike is meant for off-roading,
yes.
like pure fun.
Yes.
Then now the new latest KTM, they've put rally, which is now pure fun. Like you want to go on top of the desert, on top of the dunes, on like literally everywhere you can just go.
Wow. And so now tell us about the journey from Sweden to Kenya. When did it begin? Tell us the date and how did it begin?
So I got in, I go back to where I was. So after my shoulder thing,
yes.
We sealed the deal. I flew back to Kenya. So the documentation for the bike had started because it's a lot. I flew back to Kenya before I started the trip because I could not ride them.
Yes.
Then plus now there's a lot of documentation has to be done before you get the bike and out. So I flew to Kenya. I did my due diligence in Kenya regarding the documentation. So if you want to travel around the world, you need to get either your motor vehicle or motorcycle a passport. Which is called a carnet de passage. A lot of people don't know about it. Carnet de passage.
I wish I knew what that is.
It's kind of French. It's like a passport for motor vehicle or motorcycle or whatever.
Okay.
So you can travel all over the world with that document. Yeah. So it makes your life easier.
So you can actually get it in Kenya.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's one of the biggest companies that they give that out. But again, it's a lot of money to get it.
I know.
Because you need to leave a certain deposit equivalent to your bike. Yes. Or you need to buy a very expensive insurance and stuff. So it's a whole process.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got my document done. The girl who she was in Sweden, she did all the documentation on the Sweden part. Like the documentation had to be on my name. I had to get the certificate of export and all that kind of stuff. It was like a lot. Paperwork was insane. So if you don't have anyone abroad,
yes.
that either they're very close to you or your family or something, you cannot do this trip. It's insane. Like unless you're there yourself and you do it.
So now you're in Kenya, then you now go back to Sweden?
So when I came back here, I did all the documentation, done. On the other side it was done. The payment was done. On the bike, everything was done. So I took my flight from Mombasa. I got a very good deal because
you're always getting good deals.
I mean, when you travel a lot, you need to have all these good deals.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a certain percentage here and there.
Yes.
So then you need to be an explorer. Being Kenya, we are explorers.
That's true.
Yeah, you get something, but you look for something else. So flying directly from Nairobi was very expensive. It was about 120,000 Kenyan shilling one way.
Okay.
That's about almost $900.
Yes.
So I got other website. I went and I checked, and I got a ticket for about 55,000 in Mombasa.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why not? I take this, and it's a direct flight.
Yes.
So I went to Mombasa, flew from Mombasa to Rome. From Rome, I connected to Denmark, Copenhagen. Copenhagen, There's a train to Malmo, Sweden, which takes only 10 minutes, like under the bridge.
So wait, Copenhagen, that's Denmark.
Denmark. And
Sweden is a whole another country.
Totally different. These are Scandinavian countries.
So how is it 10 minutes?
So the trains there, they work so perfectly and they're so fast.
Yeah.
So, and it's just 24 kilometers.
Yes.
So, I mean, like you get to the airport, you just go down the basement, there's a train. It goes to Sweden and all over Norway and everywhere. Very, very sufficient, very nice.
But do you need documentation at the border?
No. So once you have a Schengen multiple visa, you can get any European countries, any Schengen area.
Okay.
You just get in the airport and they just stamp in immigration and you're in. Yeah. So I got into a train, got into Sweden. I was received well, very beautiful family. They took me home, nice dinner and everything. The next day, we went to the now showroom.
So which month is this?
This is in August, 11th of August.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did that. They took me in. The next day we went to the KTM shop. The guy was really happy to see me again because they thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because when I went in and I told them I need this bike, I want this bike. If you remove for me the taxes and stuff, I'm getting it.
Yes.
And they were shocked. And anyway, they were happy. They took some videos and stuff.
Yes.
So I took the bike because it's a 0 mileage. You have to break the engine.
You have to break the engine?
Break the engine. Break the engine. So normally with bikes, when you get it brand new, you have to go for 1,000 kilometers. Not more than 100 kilometers.
Okay.
Under very low revs. So you go for until you reach 800 or 1,000 kilometers. You take back the bike to the showroom. Now they do the fast service. They check everything: the computers, the chain, the screws, change oil, change filters, everything.
Yes.
Then after that, now you can throttle. You can go up to 200, 240, whatever speed you want. Yeah. Now they break the engine, so the engine, everything has settled in perfectly. So I took it in.
Sounds hectic.
It was a roller coaster a bit. Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
But you have the bike.
I have my bike. I got my new helmet there. Not this one, another one, which I got it from Sweden. I got the bike. I went for the ride and stuff. I came back. Now everything was ready. The permit was ready. My number plate temporary wasn't ready.
Yes.
So everything was put in order.
Now you're in Sweden.
Now in Sweden.
Okay.
So I started my journey from Sweden. I said, thank you so much to this beautiful family. Everything they treated me like a king there.
Yes.
It was so humble. It was so nice traveling.
Was that a Kenyan family?
No, it's Swedish.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Swedish family.
Okay.
Yeah. They came here. The girl, she was a student, so when she came to Kenya, we took care of them.
Yes.
It was a big group of a Swedish university, so we do that a lot. So since then, when she came, it's been like, we've been, yes. We had contact. Then she brought her family. When she went back, she's like, Kenya is so beautiful.
Yes.
We need to go back to Kenya.
Yes.
So she took like the whole family, about 10 people. They came back and I did a package for them. We took them to find destinations in Kenya. So anyway, I started my journey from Sweden.
So from where exactly?
Malmo.
Malmo.
Yeah. Malmo is a capital city. It's actually, I think, the second biggest city in Sweden after Stockholm. So it's Stockholm, Malmo, then Gothenburg, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about the journey now. We had a safari on 11th August.
After about 3-4 days after all the...
Yeah, so 15th August?
Yeah, 15th August.
Yes.
I started
Where
my
did you
journey.
start from and how did you do that?
I mean, I'm used to traveling and stuff,
Yes,
so
yes.
it has been in my system. And, I kind of know how to converse with people and how to be with people and stuff. So I mean, again, Europe is very easy to be in there and to ride compared to our African nations. It's very it's insane.
Please tell us what you mean it's very easy.
It's very easy because so it comes to this. The roads are really perfect.
Yes.
The map are so accurate. Like whatever you need, it takes you there.
Wow.
There's everything you can pay on card, everything, hotels are there. Exactly basically like Kenya. Kenya, we are really up there a bit. Yes. This country is really on another level.
Interesting.
Like everything is in the system.
Yes.
Then other thing to travel in Europe is so easy. They don't have borders. Like here, you go to Namanga, you see a border, you have to come down, you have to go on Tanzania side to get a stamp. There's no borders in.
Oh, so you're telling me like this cross country.
Yes. You just go, you just see a sign say Germany, you're already in. You just see a sign say Austria, you're already in.
Wow.
Czech Republic, you're already in.
Wow.
Just like that.
How many countries did you cover?
So I've covered 17 countries.
What?
17 countries.
Wow.
Yep.
I want you to tell me 17 countries. You want to tell me?
Yeah, sure. We are going into details. So I'll tell you about which countries I crossed.
Okay.
So I started from Sweden.
Yes.
I went to a place called Ystad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right because it's Swedish. Ystad is a place where you take a ferry to Germany. So I didn't want to go all the way to Denmark because it was a detour.
Yes.
So we just crossed the ferry from Ystad to Sassnitz, which is in Germany side. So from Germany, we went down to, now these are the countries I'm mentioning. So from Sweden, Germany, from Germany I went to Czech Republic, from Czech Republic I went to Austria, from Austria I went to Italy, all the way to Rome.
I wouldn't imagine
all the way. Yeah, it went. So I did a bit.
Okay.
No, it's down there. It's down south. Okay. So from Austria directly to Italy. From Italy, I went to Venice, which is the most famous place to be.
Yes.
Venice.
Okay.
From Venice, I did now from Venice I went to Slovenia. From Slovenia, I crossed into Croatia. So Croatia is not in the Schengen area. So there they have a border post, and you cannot get into Croatia if you have a single entry.
Okay.
If you have a Schengen visa but a single entry.
Losing me, but it's okay.
Yeah. So you have to have a multiple entrance for Schengen area. Okay. So they saw my passport. They say, okay, you have multiple and stuff. They just give me a stamp, and I was in Croatia. Croatia is one of the most beautiful destinations I've ever been so far on this kind of trip. Was off the hook. It was really beautiful, along the coast and the mountains and everything. People are so friendly. There was a lot of language barriers. Some other places, people they could not converse English and stuff. Especially like in Italy, it was a bit hard.
How are you really conversing with these people now?
I mean, sometimes you just go Bobo style. You just tell them something. You download your Google Translate. You talk, then it tells them something or things like that. Yeah. Then
so now you're in Croatia.
Now in Croatia. From Croatia, I crossed into. Now, I didn't want to do a lot of Western Europe. I wanted to do more of Eastern Europe where people don't go that mostly. People say, oh, don't go there, it's very dangerous, it's a lot of war, it's not safe, everyone has guns. I'm like, you don't know how, African nation and stuff. I mean, like, this is nothing.
Yes,
so let me just go for it. So I crossed into Montenegro. Very beautiful place, very vibrant. Montenegro.
Okay,
Montenegro. From Montenegro, I spent a couple of nights there. From Montenegro, I crossed into Albania. Albania was really okay, but a bit poor. But fuel was really expensive there. It was about €2 plus, so that's like almost 250 shilling a liter. From Albania, I went all the way to Kosovo. From Kosovo, I went to North Macedonia. From North Macedonia, I went to Bulgaria. From Bulgaria, Greece. Then from Greece, of course, now you have to ship the bike from Greece into Egypt. Yep.
So you ship the bike from Greece to Egypt?
Yes.
So where are you at that point now?
At that point, you have to now, you cross all the countries, so you have to go all the way to the tip of south of Greece. It's called Pelouse, where is the port harbor, where they ship all the bikes or motor vehicle or the cargoes and stuff.
And I'm imagining that's costing money.
It is damn expensive. Wherever you go, everywhere you go, it's just money.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we went.
Close to Egypt?
Yeah, but it was a roller coaster because now that's where the drama started. So I just crossed into Greece just a little bit, but then I was returned. I could not get into Greece.
Okay.
They gave me a stamp, no enter Greece, and I was told to depart from Bulgaria. So now I could not take my bike all the way to Peru.
Yes.
That was like, now I thought like, okay, my trips end here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was a bit worried. The guys just returned me back. They say you cannot go into Greece because your visa has expired.
Yes.
It hasn't expired yet.
Yes.
Literally, I had another 5 days for the visa to expire, but I had I had extended my stay.
Okay.
They gave me 40 days, but I did more than 40 days in Europe.
Okay.
So when I did that, so they told me you have to go back.
Yeah.
We are sorry. So they canceled my visa. They say you cannot. So Bulgaria, it wasn't under Schengen country, so I was like be able to fly from Bulgaria out to now Alexandra. So I panicked, I went to the border, I looked for the transport, you know, if I can get anyone can just take my bike all the way to the port, just to drop at the port, because I've already had the conversation and I've been talking with the shipping guys, like the bike is coming and you just ship it. Then I find it in Alexandra. So yeah, there it was like now a headache, like I was panicking, I was like, okay, now what am I doing? I'm in Bulgaria, I can't ship my bike from here, I can't do anything, you know.
Yes.
I mean, God is great. So I have friends in Bulgaria, and one of the guys who sponsored me, he is in Bulgaria. He was in Bulgaria by then. So I made a call. I told him, bro, like I need a help. So he made his call. Then he got to one of his buddy. He's a biker. He's like, okay, I got a friend, and I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna do everything for him. I'm just gonna pay for him. You just come back to Sofia, which is the capital city of Bulgaria. I went all the way to the capital city of Bulgaria. He told me, this guy is there, he's gonna take your bike. So I did my trips slowly, Beniswef, I slept there. The next day I went to Luxor. Luxor is very beautiful with a lot of historical place. From Luxor I went to Aswan. So Aswan I got a contact of a person who was gonna do the clearing for my bike, because it was now from Aswan you go to Abu Simbel, then you're in Wadi Halfa in Sudan. So I did that very fast. I met this guy in Aswan. The guy came, saw my passport, is like, shit, Ali, you cannot get a visa. I'm like, even if I ride to the border, they won't give me a visa on arrival. They're like, nope, I'm sorry, they can't. So he made a call at the consulate embassy of Sudan. Then it didn't work. Like they say, if he doesn't have an extra page, the guy did magic. This is, you know, something illegally we did, and he did something, and I got an extra page. I don't know how. It was magic, but it's something like hectic.
How are you able to deal with that psychologically?
It's insane. Sometimes you need to have so much patience, so much, you know, just to be self, you know.
Yeah.
You just have to be cool, you know.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're just gonna bust out. You just lose it, or you just say, you know what, sell this bike, or just. I don't want this bike, I'll just leave it here and I just go.
Okay. Now Nanyuki, now you're coming now to Nairobi.
Now Nanyuki coming into Nairobi was a piece of cake, just feel nice. Hit Del Monte, Thika Road, and everyone was there, like hundreds and hundreds of bikers.
No
police
way.
escort was there.
Wow.
Like I had, you know, private police escort just for me.
Wow.
And there I was now.
Who is organizing it? Who is behind?
I mean, I just have people. I just have people.
Your crew, your people.
I just have people all over. Like they just want me. They just want. Like they're just happy
to come celebrate.
They just want to celebrate. There's Pastor, you know, Pastor Sam, Pastor Nick. They've organized.
Yes.
They've mobilized everyone just to go get me. One of my friends organized now the news guy. The other one organized the escort. Like you know, everything was just falling into part.
What were your biggest fears you had throughout the journey? What are you so much afraid of? Are you afraid of accidents? Are you afraid of, like you're saying, Ethiopia? Are you afraid of, you know, warring countries?
Yeah.
What is in your mind?
So in my head, most of the time I just, you know, I just focus. I just say like, I mean, if it's, I know you need to take precaution. Even God himself say like, you know, you need to take precaution. Like you can't just say kila kitu ati Mungu yuko, no, ati kaende ati Mungu yuko, no. Mungu anakwambia jisaidie na atakusaidia.
Yes, that's true.
So anyway, I was taking precaution. I was asking. I was being, you know, kama nimesimamisha roadblock, I have to stop and, you know, just cooperate.
Yes.
Yeah, the most thing you can do is just cooperate. Have patience, a lot of patience.
What would you really say to the biker community in Kenya as far as what you're doing is concerned?
I mean, for all bikers in Kenya, I love you so much. First of all, like you are like my family, biggest family I've ever had in my life. Like this is the family. We have each other's back. We love each other so much. Let's go together. There's so many potential of bikers. People, there's a boy called Acid Boy. This guy, watch out for this guy. He's called Acid Boy. This guy is talented. He can go to a MotoGP, the international MotoGP. I'm telling you, he can put our flag out there. He is a star. He is You know, he is a guy who has moved his soul out.
Yeah.
When he's on a bike and he takes that bike on the corners and the lanes and stuff, he can become, you know, those like champions.
Like in the Lewis Hamilton.
Exactly, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What the last word is, what do you think Kenya is doing wrong as far as catering for the biking community is concerned? Where are we going wrong?
I mean, for the government, for me, I would say, like, especially like Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Sports, they need to engage more on the bikers community because there's so much opportunities. In Kenya, when you go to Europe, Western countries and stuff, they all know Kenya as runners. You know,
they do not know that part of.
They don't know. Like
yes.
I tell them, like, we have like this bike, I can guarantee you, in Africa, in the whole of Africa, is the only fast bike here in Africa, except South Africa. South Africa, they have so many of these bikes, but the other African countries, this is the only one in Eastern Central Africa. So I mean, like, when you tell people about, you know, Kenya, we have biking community. They don't. They're like, really? Then I'm like, yeah, we have almost 1,000 biker community. They're shocked. Yeah. Then I tell them we have over 200 or maybe 100 plus lady bikers, women who ride, women who have babies and stuff, and they are really on the bikes and traveling and throttling the world and throttling everywhere. So I mean, like, so government should focus more on this and should sponsor this kind of, you know, sports and stuff. There's a lot of, we can do huge marketing. Go, I mean, sponsor someone like me or sponsor someone like whoever. They go out there and market Kenya, each and every country individually.
To close this, most people would love to know, are you married? Do you have kids? Are you seeing someone?
No, so I'm single.
Very single?
Very single.
So I hope the ladies are watching this. Okay.
Very single, and yeah, but I did it for 7 years. It didn't work, and since then I started my throttling my.
So I think biking is the love life.
It's the love life. Yes. Without bike, I don't know. I can't stand even 2-3 days. If I go to safaris or something, I can't stand like a day or two.
So no girlfriends for you, but bikes for you.
Bikes for me anytime.
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 Thank you so much, Ali.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.